What is up, everybody? We have the WWE Royal Rumble less than 1 week away, and this is the most exciting show that WWE puts together every year. But it seems like they've completely forgotten about it. The build just hasn't been there for WWE. But I've got you covered. So in today's video, we're going to go through every single person on WWE's men's main event roster, and we're going to break down their possibilities of winning the 2026 Royal Rumble. Each person will fall into one of four categories. It'll go from impossible, not likely, more than possible, and very likely in terms of their chances of winning the men's Royal Rumble match. So let's get into it. Hey, you interested in following another dude that talks about wrestling while sitting at a desk? Well, it's your lucky day. You should hit that subscribe button and come and follow me. We post a lot on this channel. We post a lot of really interesting content. So come, be a part of it, hang out with us, and let's talk wrestling. AJ Styles, I don't even know if he's going to be in the Rumble. He has that match with Gunther for his career. So if he loses, there goes his career. I don't know. The men's Rumble will probably be the main event. So we'll probably have the AJ Styles Gunther match before this. Look, I think AJ Styles is going to lose and get retired on Saturday, but it's quite possible that he beats Gunther, then he goes into the Rumble and wins the Rumble match. He then goes to WrestleMania for his final WrestleMania as he main events for a title, right? That'd be great. That'd be a great story. So in the events that happens, I'm categorizing AJ Styles as not likely. However, I don't think that that's going to happen. I do think he's going to lose to Gunther, and I do think that that's going to be his career. So AJ Styles, not likely, but not impossible in winning the Royal Rumble. Akira Tozawa, impossible. That guy's not winning a Rumble. Aleister Black, not likely, but not impossible. Like, he had that whole feud with Damian Priest, so it kind of made him feel like WWE wants to go somewhere with him. But I think that being his first feud since he got back, since he returned to WWE from AEW, I don't think that WWE is going to push him to win the Royal Rumble right away. So not likely. Alex Shelley, impossible. This is a tag team guy, Motor City Machine Guns. WWE isn't pushing him. Angel Garza, same thing. This is a tag team guy. WWE just doesn't see him as a main eventer. Impossible for winning the Royal Rumble. Angelo Dawkins, he's a little bit different. I have him down as not likely because we have been teased a breakup by the Street Profits. We have been teased single pushes for these guys. So not impossible, but I don't see it happening anytime soon for him. Apollo Crews, impossible. Is he even still a WWE superstar? I know that he's been injured for a while, but it's been a long, long time since we've seen him on TV. Austin Theory, not likely. He's the lowest stooge in terms of the Vision as a whole. So I don't see WWE pushing him over any of the Vision guys. Not impossible though, right? Like, maybe they want to give him a singles push. So not impossible, but definitely not likely. Axiom, impossible. The same thing as the tag team guys from before. Same thing for Berto, impossible. Just look at what I said for Garza, same thing. Brock Lesnar, look, he's always more than possible, right? He's definitely never an impossibility. He's likely, not likely. So I wouldn't say that he's very likely to win because, again, he hasn't been there. And I feel like there's other matches that we can throw him into that will be just as entertaining, just as important for WWE. I'm assuming he's in the Rumble, I guess. I don't know for sure. I'm assuming he's in the Rumble. WWE doesn't care that he's done some terrible things, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be at the Rumble. But yeah, I'm putting him down as possible, as more than possible, because anytime Brock Lesnar's in the ring, there's a pretty high possibility that he's winning. Braun Breaker, very likely. WWE has been pushing this guy as a main eventer. The Vision is all kind of being led by him at this point, him and Paul Heyman. So I feel like if there's ever a chance to pull the trigger on this guy, is having him win the Royal Rumble. Sure, he lost that match against CM Punk for the title, but that kind of set him up as a main eventer. So have him win the Royal Rumble, have him challenge CM Punk again at WrestleMania, and have him win the big one. So Braun Breaker, very likely. Bronson Reed, I have him down as not likely just because it feels like we're strapping the rocket to Braun Breaker and everyone else in the division is just coming with him. So as of right now, Bronson Reed is not likely to win the Royal Rumble, although I would like to see him win a Rumble someday. I would like to see him as a world champion someday, but I don't think that that's happening anytime soon. Brutus Creed, impossible. See the whole thing about the tag team guys from before. Carmelo Hayes, not likely. Sure, he's a single star. He's the U.S. champion, so it's not an impossibility, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Chad Gable, he's likely to return at the Rumble, but not likely going to win it. I feel like there's other feuds that he needs to take care of between now and WrestleMania or going into WrestleMania, so I don't see him winning it this year at least. Chris Sabin, impossible. See the same thing I said for Alex Shelley. Cody Rhodes, very likely, especially with this never-ending feud that he's having now with Drew McIntyre. Now we've brought Jacob Fatu into this. The three seem to be having a thing happening with each other. We saw them at Saturday night's main event get into an all-out brawl, kind of signaling that that's the direction that we're going. So Cody Rhodes, very likely to win the Royal Rumble. Cruz del Toro, impossible. Damian Priest, not likely. I mean, yes, he's in the title picture quite often, but he's usually just there to take the pin. So I guess not impossible since he is a former champion, but he's not likely to win. Dexter Lumis, impossible. The Howdies are just off doing other things. Dominic Mysterio, not likely. I guess there is a possibility, like, they do want to strap a rocket to Dominic Mysterio. He will win Royal Rumbles, more than one, in his career. I don't think that this is a year where that happens, but it's not impossible, so I just have him down as not likely. Dragon Lee, impossible. He's just not that guy. El Grande Americano, same thing. Impossible. He's just not that guy. Elton Prince, I don't even know if he's healthy and will be in the Rumble, but impossible. Eric Rowan, impossible. Howdy and the Wyatt Six are doing other things. Eric from the War Raiders, impossible. He's a tag team guy. Finn Balor, I have him down as not likely because I don't think he'll win it, but he did just challenge CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. He lost that match, but maybe they want to tell a story of Finn Balor's redemption and having another match with CM Punk and maybe winning it at the Rumble, but I don't see that as a likely story for him. Grayson Waller, impossible. Gunther, I think he's more than possible for winning the Royal Rumble. I don't know if he's in it. If he is in the Rumble after having that match with AJ Styles, then yeah, he is always more than the possibility of winning the Royal Rumble. He owns the record for the most eliminations in a Rumble. This guy is just, he is that guy for WWE. So he's always more than possible, although I don't see him as the most likely winner for the Rumble, but he's always a possibility for sure. Ilya Dragunov, not likely. Sure, he's been in the title scene. He's a former U.S. champion. He was in that Fatal 4-Way number one contenders match at Saturday night's main event. Maybe someday he'll be that for WWE, but not yet, so not likely. Ivar from the War Raiders, impossible. Jacob Fatu, very likely winner. I think after coming back and inadvertently helping Drew McIntyre win the Undisputed Championship, he is fully in the main event scene. He had a match scheduled against Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event. That match kind of went off the rails and they just had a full-on backstage brawl. Drew McIntyre got involved in that. So again, we're projecting, as far as I'm concerned, a triple threat match for WrestleMania. So very likely winner in Jacob Fatu. JC Mateo, impossible. JD McDonough, impossible. Javon Evans, I have him down as not likely because I don't think he's winning it this year. But just like other guys I've said on this list, right? He is an eventual Royal Rumble winner. The guy's young. The guy's talented. If WWE play their cards right, this guy will be an absolute star for them. So I have him down as not likely, but maybe that's what we want to do with him, and I would have no problem with that. Jey Uso, not likely. I just don't feel like that's the story WWE is telling with him right now. I know he won it last year, so it's not an impossibility, but I don't think that that's where WWE wants to go with him right now. Jimmy Uso, I do have him down as impossible. I just don't think that WWE takes Jimmy Uso very seriously, so impossible. Joaquin Wilde, impossible. Joe Gacy, impossible. Joe Henry, impossible. Maybe someday, but definitely not now. Johnny Gargano, impossible. I don't even know what WWE is doing with him now that Tommaso Ciampa's gone. Julius Creed, Impossible. Kevin Owens, look, if Kevin Owens makes his return at the Rumble and he's in this match, he is more than a possible winner for the 2026 Royal Rumble. I don't think he's very likely because, again, we don't know if he's even going to be in it. But if he's in it, I wouldn't be surprised if they gave it to him as a way of just like welcoming him back and giving him that moment to be like, yes, you deserve this. Kit Wilson, impossible. Logan Paul, I have him down as not likely. Again, he's a Vision guy, but he's low on the totem pole. The Vision guys are all going to help Braun Breaker win, so I don't see any other Vision guy winning it, but it's quite possible that they want to give it to Logan Paul and create some friction there. Kofi Kingston, impossible. I just don't think that that's what they're doing with Kofi right now. LA Knight, that's a tough one, man. That's a very loaded one because is LA Knight ready to win a Royal Rumble? Yes. Is WWE strapping a rocket to this guy and having him win a Royal Rumble immediately? I don't think so. I have him down as possible, as more than possible, but I just don't see that WWE is putting their confidence behind this guy. I think that if WWE doesn't do something with LA Knight this year, I think LA Knight should consider going somewhere else. He should consider maybe going to AEW because the guy deserves better, and WWE is just not willing to give him that. Ludwig Kaiser, impossible. Matt Cardona, not likely. He just returned to WWE after a while. He was in one of the qualifiers for the number one contenders match. So he's like kind of in the main event seed. I don't see it as a likely possibility. I have him down as not likely, but I guess it's not impossible. Montez Ford, not likely. Same thing as Angelo Dawkins. They're a tag team. They've teased them breaking up. They've teased actually pushing Montez Ford as an absolute single star, and I think that he would absolutely be fantastic if WWE decided to do that, but I don't think it's likely that this is the year. Nathan Fraser, impossible. See what I said for Axiom. Obafemi, very likely. Obafemi, just like Brock Lesnar, just like Jacob Fatu, in a ring at any given point, he is a likely winner. They've been teasing this guy for weeks and weeks and weeks. So maybe that's just what they're going to do. Have him debut at the Rumble, have him eliminate 29 other people, and have him win the 2026 Royal Rumble. I wouldn't hate any of that, by the way. So Obafemi, very likely a winner for the Royal Rumble. Almost impossible. Where the hell has he been? I guess he's been at AAA. Otis, impossible. Tag team guy, not going to happen. Penta, not likely. The guy is a star. The guy should be a main eventer. He should be a world title holder. I just don't think that that's what WWE sees him like. They see him as mid-card, maybe challenging for the title, but never winning it kind of thing. So not likely for Penta. Pete Dunne, impossible. Not going to happen. R-Truth, same. Impossible, not going to happen. He might show up for the Women's Rumble. He might show up as number 31. I don't know. R-Truth ain't winning it, though. Randy Orton, more than possible. Listen, Randy Orton's always a possibility for winning the big one. He's always a possibility for winning the Royal Rumble. If Cody Rhodes was still holding the Undisputed Championship, I'd say he was very likely to win it. But since it's Drew McIntyre, since Randy Orton is not a part of that whole feud, I have him down as possible, as more than possible, because like I said, he's always a possibility, but not very likely. Rey Fenix, impossible. He's just not that guy for WWE. Rey Mysterio, not likely. I wouldn't say it's an impossibility just because of his career and he's a Hall of Famer and he's won titles before, so it's not an impossibility, but I don't see it as very likely. Roman Reigns, very likely, right? Anytime, like I said, with other people on this list, anytime Roman Reigns is in a ring, there is a very likely possibility that he is going to win that match. And the Royal Rumble is no different. Roman Reigns, very likely to win and challenge for some sort of title at WrestleMania. Rusev, impossible. I wish WWE would, but I don't think that they will. Sami Zayn, I have him down as not likely. He has a match for the title that same night, so I doubt he'll even be in the Rumble, but the Rumble is in Saudi, so maybe they have him lose that night, and then he enters in the Rumble and then wins it to have this like, oh my God moment, to have this great moment for the Saudi crowd and Sami Zayn winning. I don't see it as a very likely possibility, but I guess it's not impossible. Seth Rollins, very likely winning this Royal Rumble. If he returns for the Rumble, CM Punk is a champion. We all know the hatred that Seth Rollins and CM Punk have towards each other. Let's weave in the whole Braun Breaker thing into the story. Maybe have a triple threat match. I think that would make for a very great story for WrestleMania, for a very great main event match at WrestleMania. So very likely for Seth Rollins if he does return for the Rumble. Sheamus, not likely. I think it would make a great story if Sheamus won the Rumble but challenged for the IC title. That'd be great. That definitely fall into the story that we want to tell with Sheamus. That would definitely fall into Sheamus wanting to be a Grand Slam champion and finally winning the IC title. So because of that, I don't have it down as impossible because I guess you never know, but it's not likely. Shinsuke Nakamura, impossible, just not that guy for WWE anymore. Solo Sikoa, I have him down as not likely because I mean, I guess he's had matches with other main eventers. He is the head of a faction in the Wyatts, or not the Wyatt Six, I'm sorry. He is the head of a faction in the MFTs. So it's not an impossibility, but not likely for me. Tala Tonga, impossible. He's just an MFT goon. Tama Tonga, same thing, just an MFT goon, so impossible. The Miz, impossible. That's just not his role in WWE anymore. Tonga Loa, impossible, just an MFT goon. Trick Williams, more than possible. He was in that match for that number one contenders match at Saturday Night's main event. He didn't win, but he is kind of in the main event scene. Like, he's been revolving around the main event scene since he debuted as a main roster star. So definitely more than possible, but I don't think it's very likely. Tyler Bate, impossible. Uncle Howdy, not likely. Same thing as Solo, right? Like, yes, he heads a faction, but and maybe they want to do, you know, a legacy thing with Uncle Howdy taking the place for Bray Wyatt. That'd be great, but not likely for me. Xavier Woods, impossible. Just not that guy for WWE. There you have it. That's every male superstar's chances of winning the 2026 Royal Rumble. These were more than 30 dudes, so I'm pretty sure most of these guys won't be in the Rumble this year. But as far as I'm concerned, those are their chances of winning it. It's a shame how much larger the men's roster is than the women's roster. As I'm putting these lists together, I saw the comparison of both. It's double, it's almost triple what the women's roster is. So that's a bit of a shame. But anyway, let me know in the comments who you think is going to win the Royal Rumble. I have my likely winners. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but I had Obafemi, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, and Seth Rollins as my very likely winners. Oh, and Braun Breaker as my very likely winners for the Royal Rumble. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know who you think. Give me 5. Give me your top 5 most likely winners for the Royal Rumble. I know. Since you made it this far, though, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe. Hit up another one of my videos. Check out the women's list. That was a fun video. So that'll be here somewhere. Maybe here, maybe here. I don't know. It'll be on one of these sites. But click on that women's video. It's going to be great. And I think you'll really enjoy it. But anyway, as always, until next time, have a nice day.